Hey everyone, welcome to K Cloud 9. Alright, so I wrote this thing up and I'm gonna try really hard to look at you guys while I'm doing this, and I'm gonna try and get through this, and this may drop a whole bunch of subscribers off my channel, but it doesn't matter to me, because the truth is the truth, and the truth is this: everybody deserves love. So, here we go. So on this journey, everyone's on separate paths. This here at K Cloud 9 is a group to uplift people's gifts, our minds, our hearts. I believe that everybody in the world has a gift. So sometimes in order to uplift, we need to break, okay? Everybody knows this, common knowledge, okay? Totally colloquial speaking here. Okay, so this may break some, but I promise I will fix it, okay? But in order to get it fixed, you have to listen all the way to the end. So if you've judged me by saying that I'm gonna break you, then you're lost, okay? Truth. Only truth on this channel. Only truth. All right. So when I see someone post something about a narcissist, for instance, okay? No judgment. I've been there. I've done that. Hey, buddy. But I learned to transmute it and move past it. And this is how. I picture a big, huge playground full of children. I see a bunch of people gossiping about what's wrong with somebody else. Can you see it? And everyone in the situation is angry about something. The ones gossiping are angry for the person that's been hurt. 9 out of times, that's a friend. The person who's been hurt is a friend. 9 out of 10 times because the person gossiping has been hurt. Okay? I get it. I have gossiped. Sometimes people can be cruel. People express emotions in a million different ways, and cruelty is one of them. Fine. Fine. It's understandable. Now, I'd like to explain the side of the narcissist. When they were a kid, they were bullied, ignored, rough childhoods, and the way that they learned how to cope was to bully. It's the way they learned to control themselves, by controlling others. It's just the side they chose, and there should be no judgment. As empaths, we choose the empathic route, to be forgiving, to be understanding, except for it's hard for us sometimes to realize that what's coming at us is projection. So we take it in as our self-worth. What people are saying about us then becomes the truth. Is it not so with a narcissist? Does the label even matter? Does the label matter, or is it just another word to control? Narcissists choose anger, hurt, and pain, and they project that onto others. It's all they know how to do. It's all they've been taught. It's all that the world has allotted them to learn in the areas where they have been. So people say, okay, blame the parents. Don't blame the parents. The parents had a childhood too, and their childhood taught them how to do something. Do you want to fix a cycle? You need to break a cycle. So instead of hating and spreading all this hate about the narcissist this and the narcissist that and the narcissist this, stop. I'm going to try really hard not to editorialize, but I'm extremely passionate about this subject. Narcissists chose anger, hurt, pain, and they project that onto others. It's all they know. And people on the outside think they're horrible. So how can they think that they're lovable. They've never been taught love. As empaths, we need someone to talk to about it, but only because we can't understand why someone would treat us that way after all that we have done. And we, a little narcissistically even, need to be justified by others. That's the knot that we get ourselves into, really, when we start feeling hurt and the past pain runs over us like a dump truck, right? It's okay, we got this. The truth is, their behavior is not a reflection of you, but a reflection of them. In these kinds of relationships, arguments are many, because it's difficult to bend in either direction. Neither one wants to bend. Us empaths, we want to love, we want to forgive, but we're having so much trouble figuring out how in our loving and forgivingness that people could still behave this way toward us. It's not us. Your choice after their behavior, that becomes yours. So if somebody approaches you in a narcissistic way, we'll label it, because that's how people are understanding it these days. I have to relate to you the way you will understand it. It's not my understanding of it, but I need to relay it this way, okay? This is how society has taught us to think about it. I'd like to teach you a different way. You don't need to be justified by others that their behavior is wrong. If you feel in your heart that you are hurt by something that somebody else said, you do not have to justify that with anybody else. And if you do, you are starting into the rumor mill. You are starting into the game of telephone. And by the end of it, everybody's an asshole. It just depends on which side you're looking on. Come back though. If you've chose to love a person, if you've chose to be with a person, if that's your choice, then it is your job to love them through it. You would like to be loved through it, right? Because not all moments are fantastic for anybody. Sometimes we have moments. I am not sticking to this script at all, and I'm going to get back to it. So, okay. In these kinds of relationships, arguments are many because it is difficult to bend in either direction. But empaths, here's your superpower. Love them through it. Set boundaries. As someone just taught me, starve the behaviors you'd like to get rid of. It's not the correct wording. But if I were to talk about, starving the behaviors that you wanted to die, then I would say death is transformation, to transform. Love them through it. Set boundaries. Starve the behaviors that you'd like to get rid of. It's the behaviors you want to get rid of, not the person. These two are separate. You love the person, just not the behaviors. These are separate. Example, party A, the labeled narcissist says, "You're fucking crazy," or some negative connotation like that. Your response, first, understand it for what it is. Breathe. They aren't talking to you. It's as if they're speaking to somebody above your head. Somebody you don't know. This is their own self-hatred. They think you're full of shit, honestly. They think you're full of shit. Because how could you possibly love them after how they treated you? It's guilt. Because if they were in that position and somebody did that to them, they would not be loving. They wouldn't be able to love someone who did to them what they did to you. See it? Bring your emotions up and over the top of it and be in control of your emotions. Be strong. In a calm voice, say things like, "Your comments are hurtful. And I will be willing to talk to you when you're ready to be nice. Then you go and you take a time out. Regain your peace. Your peace. Your peace of mind. Your peace that was broken off of you when that hurtful word was thrown towards you. Heal yourself. Heal the wound. It is not your wound. It is theirs. And understand that wounded people wound people. Hurt people hurt people. Scared people scared people. Loved people love people. Let me tell you something about that last one. Loved people love people. All you have to do to love yourself, all you have to do to be loved is love yourself. There it is. It all starts and ends with you. Because this is your world. Where you stand is where you stay, and that is a piece of your world. That is your world. Your world revolves around you. Take a tip from the narcissist, because that part of it is correct. The way that they shield their feelings, the way that they shield their emotions, may not be in the best way for everybody involved, but for them, it's how they cope. You have a choice. Be around that or don't be around that. But love it nonetheless, because the choice is yours. And how you move forward proceeds to tell you how, if the cycle can be broken. What have you watched your parents do? What have you watched your siblings do? What have you watched people around you do? What have you watched the country do? We in this country, we could spread love like wildfire. What if all of us were out there promoting people to do better? What if all of us were out there promoting people to understand people? The only reason we cannot understand people is because we cannot understand ourselves. And the holy grail to life is love. Love will heal this world. It will heal the vibrations. It will heal the weather. It can heal the storms. It will heal all of it. I promise. I promise. God said he'd never flood the world in water again. What if the water was emotions? What if the water was acts of random kindness? What if the ark was real? Get back to your notes, Kate. I just get so excited about this stuff. I'm so passionate. Come on, you gave this to me. God says move forward. All right. You tell them, I'll be ready to speak with you when you're willing to be nice to me. And you go, you take your time out, regain your peace. If someone is with someone who has been labeled as a narcissist or stereotyped as one, here's the uplifting thought. When you label others, you label yourself. For we reflect what others show us as human beings. But this is how we learn. The sadness you feel is not yours. The worthlessness you feel is not yours. Breathe, rise through it, and get out of the spin, the whirlwind of emotions. Get out of the tornado, Dorothy. Love is love. Understanding is key. Forgiveness is priceless, and so is healing. Rise up, empaths. Rise up, human beings. You signed up for this when you came onto this planet. You chose to feel the experience of real, unconditional love, and here it is. This, right now, this time, right now, in your life, with everything that surrounds you, this, right now, is the time when you get to feel this. Do you want to feel this? Let's feel this at a fucking vibrational level. Sentence enhancers are good sometimes. I believe in you. And so does God. I'm here if anyone would like to reach out. Reach out. My passion is in family trauma and healing. And I know it because I lived it. And I know it because I survived it. And I know it because the people who are around me are some of the most amazing people you will ever meet in this world. Flaws and all. My job here is to strengthen others. Love will heal the world. Have a great day, guys.